Favorite surprise and biggest disappointment so far? I don't know. What do you think? Any surprises or disappointments for you today?
Well, since we're talking about day 4, and obviously, I wasn't 100% keyed in on the weekend, it's hard not to say the surprise for today, especially once again, Dante Pettis.
Oh, of course.
And biggest disappointment, I'd say biggest disappointment is going to look a little bit like Jimmy Garoppolo from today because of some of those throws that were just like, what are you doing, Jimmy? Like, what are you doing? I know it's training camp. It's training camp. And I'm going on a limb by saying it's him. But it's just, I feel like, because I've been riding out on a limb on him. I know you think his ceiling is a little more capped already. I'm giving him a lot more ground with that. So I want to see more polished, less of those little, you didn't just get into the league, man. Those throws should not be happening with that one wide receiver screen that just went forward over the receiver's head that easily could have been picked for a touchdown, or how he got Austin killed, or how he's not really hitting in the body or in stride. It was just like, once again, Trent Taylor in stride. So it's just some of those it's training camp. It was one day for at least my sample size, but I really wish he was more on the money, because I really think he can be that guy. And I feel like he's playing down to what he can be.
Fair enough. He's definitely not the best practice quarterback. Those are good answers. I'm going to go with smaller names. My biggest surprise today was the undrafted free agent tight end Chase Harrell. I thought this dude was really athletic. Like, if you look at his size, you look at him compared to George Kittle, they kind of look alike. I'm not saying he's George Kittle, but if you look at just his size and you look at his combine numbers, it's like, wow, like this guy can move. And the last couple of days, he was dropping passes. It's like, well, what's the point of being so athletic if you can't just catch the ball? But today, he caught the ball, and he went one-on-one. This is where I saw Ross Dwelley as a player. I saw him beat Jaquiski Tartt last year. I'm like, well, he did it. No one else could do that. He must have something. Chase Harrell beat Quan Alexander today. He did it. He ran basically
a
15-yard out, beat him. Now, he didn't beat Tartt. Tartt got him. Tartt's pretty good, but still beating Quan Alexander, who's making $13 million a year, and you're an undrafted free agent. Golf clap.
One of the better, if not one of the best covered linebackers out there. So
yeah. So this is a 6'5" dude who runs a 4.5 and is actually pretty fluid in and out of his breaks. I have no idea if he can block. No clue. Haven't seen that.
Right.
Yet. So we'll see. But he can get open. That's a good start. And the book on Dwelley was that he couldn't block either. You can always learn. You can get stronger. You can improve that part of your game. The biggest disappointment for me so far is the other tight end, the tight end they drafted, Charlie Woerner. And I've seen his tape from college. He can really block, a hell of a blocker. But, what coaches always say, like, as a tight end, you could be the best blocker, but if you can't get open, I'll just use a sixth offensive lineman because he's a better blocker than you. So you need to be able to run routes and get open. And from what I've seen from Charlie Woerner so far, he's not getting open. He went up against Tavarius Moore today twice, and Moore is really good. But Moore was not only did Woerner not get open or catch the ball, Moore knocked the pass down twice. He was all over him. So that's kind of what I saw from Caden Smith last year. And I'm not saying Warner's not going to make the team, but I haven't seen any. He seems like he telegraphs his routes. Usually a good route runner can give some type of a jab step or a head fake to get the defender leaning the wrong direction. He's like, hey, I'm running this way.
Yeah, I'm going to say the same thing I told you at camp. It's hard just to tell a guy who's just been brute, just a solid rock, to just, hey, now you got to learn how to be finesse, aka route running. It's going to be a tough sell. And I know a lot of fans are really excited about him. And I think they're more excited about the idea of what he could become. And that's sometimes where you got to figure out where to draw the line. And that's why I never had him pegged for making the team, because especially the fact that they got Jordan Reed out there, who wasn't there today in camp, and you said he wasn't there yesterday, right? So that's a little bit like, whoa. So I mean, but Dwelley looked good. Your boy Dwelley looked good today, so that's a great sign.
And you're saying like route running. Route running is kind of a thing that you either have or you don't. It's hard to improve.
Kind of hard.
For example, Vernon Davis was an awful route runner, and Harbaugh, all these coaches tried to work with him. He just had no finesse, but didn't matter. Ran 4.3, 6'4", didn't matter. He was still good, but Charlie Woerner's not running a 4.3. He's not. He can't just run straight away from linebackers. He's going to have a little bit of a head fake or something. So something to watch for. But I hope the Niners didn't make the same mistake back-to-back years in the 6th round with the blocking tight end. That's all I'm saying.